So, now that we know that the medical body area networks were established in 2012 by the FCC and the FDA, and when we asked, how does the body area network use human skin? It's a conductive pathway to transmit wireless signals. And if I click on images, just like the Disney Channel showed us, we are going to find out, we are going to find out that human body communication network is kind of important. That's the one I meant to click. Welcome to the MDPI again. The reflectance of human skin in the millimeter wave band. Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. I can't find anywhere here that says Hogwarts. Submission received January 2020. The millimeter wave band is an ideal part of the electromagnetic radiation to diagnose human skin conditions because this radiation interacts only with tissue down to a depth of 1 millimeter or less over the band range from 30 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. Galvanic skin response is a physiological measurement of the skin's electrical conductivity, and it's 130 years old. How do we use galvanic coupling in the Internet of Bio-Nano Things? In the Internet of Bio-Nano Things, galvanic coupling is utilized as a method for transmitting data within the body by leveraging the conductive properties of bodily tissues, allowing nano-sized devices implanted inside the body to communicate with each other or with external systems through electrical signals. Signals technology. Biosignals that Signals Intelligence knows all about. Inside the body to communicate with each other or with external systems through electrical signals, essentially using the body itself as a transmission medium. Now, in the wireless world, that's a common phrase. What is a transmission medium? A transmission medium is a physical substance or system that allows signals to travel from one point to another. Your butt is on the cloud by law. That's why we have biocybersecurity again. So, the 802.15.6 standard includes your biosensors, wireless sensor networks, and bioelectromagnetic algorithms. Watch this. So when I type in biofield by itself and I click on the images tab, please take note of the first one you see up here about the toroidal electromagnetic fields of our heart, okay, or electrical and magnetic, either way, toroidal fields of our electrical heart, and we're told that this is religious and woo-woo, stay away from it, it's evil, blah, 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 okay? Now watch this. 802.15 working group, I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to ask the question this time instead of just showing it. What is the 802.15 working group? Refers to a group within the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers responsible for developing standards for the wireless personal area network. What's that? How old is that? Well, that's easy. You type in body area network for the Wikipedia. You're going to find out that personal area network, the development of that wireless body area network technology started around 1995, around the idea of using a wireless personal area network to implement communications on, near, and around the human body. About 6 years later, the term body area network came to refer to systems where communication is entirely within, on, and in the intermediate proximity of a human body. Let me show you another one about intra-body communication. What is intra-body communication? Because I want to know how old it is. I want to understand how it is in use. This particular link has been giving me trouble lately. I should probably clear my cache. While we are waiting on that, we'll read more about the working group here. Because that wireless personal area network essentially focusing on short-range wireless communication between portable devices like smartphones, wearables, and other consumer electronics. Most notably, the widely recognized Bluetooth technology falls under the 802.15 standard. That means that they've been able to use the BLE for, my gosh, since the 90s? But your skin's not involved. Your own bioelectricity isn't involved. Apparently, it's the tooth fairy, the stork, and in order to measure your biosignals for e-health, or with whatever you're doing, we're going to have you walking around your house with an oximeter on and a bunch of ECG electrodes, etc. Yeah, because have any of you ever seen that before? Key points about the 802.15 working group. The focus area is on developing standards for that wireless personal area networks. The standard name is IEEE 802.15, and their common application is Bluetooth technology. Now, that's the wireless personal area network that over here on basic Wikipedia tells us started in 1995. So let's go to another resource. SynTech. What is intra-body communication? Well, it's a promising wireless communication technology which provides data from the human body to the medical and sports devices we are used to wearing in our daily lives. In fact, in the last 2 decades, lots of wearable electronics devices have been developed. Various body implants, medical devices to control health parameters, and technologies for sport activities, which monitor athletes' performance, are examples of this technology revolution. Do you know which characteristic these kinds of devices have in common? Even if they serve different purposes, they are all attached to the body. This is the reason why it is important to investigate how this kind of technology can make use of the body to communicate and give back the right data at the right time. Let's see how intra-body communication works. A little bit of history. When intra-body communication was studied for the first time. The first work in the field of intra-body communication was performed by Zimmerman in 1996. For the first time, Zimmerman talked about personal area networks, a wireless communication system that allows electronic devices on and near the human body to exchange digital information through near-field electrostatic coupling. Skirt! Hold up. What is that again? Boy, it looks familiar. Let's find out. I copied it so we can make an exact replica. What is that? When 2 circuits are in close proximity to each other, for those of you who have been students regarding integrated circuits, beam steering, beam forming, and real national security professions tools. Near-field electrostatic coupling refers to the phenomenon where electrical charges build up on a conductor due to the electric field produced by a nearby source, occurring when the 2 conductors are very close together within the near-field region. Back to that there Wikipedia. What's the unified field theory? What field are you near? You're near the living human biofield. What do you tell people? You tell them they're crazy. That's part of what we heard in Congress. The near field channel is within 4 centimeters of the body, folks. This stuff is old. I've repeated this so many times that what I am showing you is from the 90s, the zeros. It's 2025, and we have grown adults harassing people, making fun of people, and misleading them completely. And to the point that the Disney Channel knows more than they do, and apparently they're former employees of our government. Stop laughing. I will almost guarantee you that we may see a few comments on these videos of people going, dude, we are not that stupid. That guy is a fraud. That guy is a shill. That guy is a joke. Right. But in today's, right now, with the biocyber interface, biosurveillance, and the fact that this is still so incredibly unknown, we can't afford to keep letting people like Odious OD to do this to our fellow man. Why? This is human anatomy, folks. It's that simple. We're using machine learning algorithms with wireless sensor networks and bioelectromagnetics. And in case you already went, what? Bioelectromagnetics is the study of how electric and magnetic fields interact with living organisms. That would be you. And biosignals are signals that can be measured and monitored from living beings and can be electrical or non-electrical, okay? So then what I asked was, why are you still lying to everyone, pretending that they're crazy for knowing about things like EEG and ECG in the hospital, and that their body is electrical and that electricity is measurable? Why are you doing that? I'll show you why. They have a remote control under your skin, monitored by biosurveillance with our government, worked on bare minimum long before the 90s, but 2011 here with NASA for intra-body communication, which we just read about how it got started briefly, okay? Then over here at Oxford and Cambridge, we're using the way you breathe in order to put together a biometric algorithm between the control nodes so that we have a better way to secure your internal biosensors for your digital ledger technology and otherwise. We know that you can be hacked in 2011. That's why Oxford and Cambridge are talking about it, where Wireless Communication and Mobile Computing, Volume 11, Issue 2, Network Security and Digital Forensics and Next-Gen Communications. But I'm sure Odious Odie knows more than them, too. Boy, we're stacking up quite a list here. So here's what happened. We dominate the electromagnetic spectrum. Humans only see 0.0035% of it. So when you can't see it, like the wireless signals going to and from your phone, they can BS you to death. Quite literally. It's electronic warfare. Okay? How the drone hunts your bone. This ain't a joke. That's another reason I'm very stern about this. That the 802.15 working group is from the 90s. And the main common application is the Bluetooth. See, when I did that Mac ID video for the X, Odious Odie showed up to do this to innocent people. Now, what do you see right here? Let me zoom in for you. What do you see? What's that look like? See the image? Huh. Let me make it a little easier for you. Hang on. Let's see if we can figure this out, okay? How did they fool everyone and tether them to the cloud with specific algorithms for 30 years under the skin, but nobody knows a damn thing? It's religious, it's mystical, it's evil, shut up, it ain't real. It's not real, shut up, it's mystical, it's religious, I don't know what you're talking about. The heart is not electrical, Pfizer gave you a demon field, you're stupid, be quiet, you're crazy. Chakras are 6,000 years of the pressure of the veins and arteries of the biotensegrity of your muscles and bones, and the electrochemical signaling of releasing the tension in those muscles building up like the acids do after you exercise. And yet we're told, stuff it. Odious Odie's smarter than you because he had a job. Huh. Let's see if we can use our deductive reasoning, okay? What does this field look like to you? I'll give you a minute. Then I'm going to click on it. This isn't hard. It's ugly. They know what they're doing. They've been under the skin working it out. Zigbee and the rest of it is up here too. Okay. And again, very, very old. So given that Bluetooth is 802.15.1, and you, Odious Odian friends, keep lying to people about those bioelectromagnetic algorithms with the MAC IDs, which are necessary for per device instead of a global IP address. I was in network communications, yet I had to take you to the Disney Channel. Lie to me some more. It's not me that I'm worried for. It's all the good, innocent people in Dr. Lee Merritt's chat you've already misled. And all of you that keep doing this to our community. Now, normally I would just cuss you out. But lately I've been trying to make it an educational opportunity every time that I can. The peer-to-peer networking that we use is used for your smart environment. On 802.15.8 is a good example I like to give because it has a really great JPEG. We all know about different types of wearables and our phone apps that can adjust our air conditioning, TV, smart fridge, etc. How do you think that's working? You're wireless. Yeah. Then there's the peer-to-peer, which is data link layer to data link layer, which is where all those MAC IDs are. That's all we need. You don't have to have a global IP address. So, another question. What is the physical layer of computer, networking in human body communication? What is the physical layer of computer networking human body communication? In the context of human body communication, the physical layer refers to the actual transmission of electrical signals through the human body itself. The body itself acting as the physical medium for data transfer between devices worn or implanted on the body, essentially using the body's tissues and fluids to conduct the signals. Let me ask it another way. For experts like Odious Odie, what is the physical layer of the OSI layers in human body communication? Let's just cut right to the professional quick, shall we? Welcome to your nervous system as their cyber-physical backbone with your connectivity, with your wireless body area network, the medical body area network, the wireless sensor networks, and intra-body communication. In the context of human body communication, the physical layer would essentially refer to the nervous system, specifically the network of nerves and neurons that physically transmit electrical signals throughout the body, carrying information from one part to the other. The physical layer serves as the foundation of the open systems interconnected model, focusing on the actual transmission of data in its raw bit form over a physical medium. That's why I define transmission medium. Its essential functions encompass encoding and signaling, encoding bits into electrical or optical signals suitable for the chosen physical medium. A wireless body area network connects independent nodes that are placed in the clothes, on the body, or under the skin of a person. The network expands over the whole human body, and the nodes are connected through a wireless communication channel. The IEEE 802.15.6 standard defines a communication standard optimized for miniaturized low-power devices that are deployed on or implanted inside a human body for a variety of medical, non-medical, and entertainment applications. In medical application, the W-band allows remote health monitoring of a patient over periods of time without any restriction to his activities. Vital information of a patient is collected and continually forwarded to a remote monitoring station for further analysis. Yup. And that's exactly what you got in these agenda goals. Our current warfare doctrine will start there with network-centric and mosaic warfare. The Internet of Medical Things, the digital twin, requires remote patient monitoring, behavior modification with wireless sensor networks. Yet somehow your expert Odious Odie doesn't know anything about it. In fact, the Disney Channel knew more than he did. It's very sad that you're willing to do this to such good people who work so hard to help their fellow men. Well, the best you can do is lie so hard the Disney Channel is more informative than you. The Medical Implant Communication System. History. The Federal Communications Commission created the Medical Implant Communication Service in 1999 in response to a petition for rulemaking by Medtronic. In 2006, the FCC re-evaluated the spectrum requirements at the prompting of Medtronic, which sought to expand the spectrum to support advances in medical sensor technology and the expected proliferation of such devices. The FCC allocated spectrum, specifically for medical body area network devices in May 2012, effective on October 10th, citing significant public interest benefits associated with the development and deployment of medical body area network devices. Oh, just don't know that by 2020, we've made the body itself the secure wireless channel. Let's read the first paragraph again. In 2007, United States Vice President Dick Cheney ordered his doctors to disable all wireless signals to and from his internet-connected pacemaker. Cheney later said that the decision was motivated by his desire to prevent terrorists in 2007 from being able to hack his pacemaker. You're starting to see how insulin pumps and pacemakers are kind of important to protect. I mean, I figure since we need the Disney Channel, I need to tell you that out loud, right? So they upgraded. Hey! And intra-body communication is the way. Hey! Biosurveillance, DHS, NASA, Cambridge. Don't tell Odious Odie. I don't think he can handle it. I don't. I think he wants to live in 1995. The problem is, the Internet of Bio-Nano Things, a review from the ITU of applications. It doesn't say theoretical, because it's not. Applications, enabling technologies, but they do still have challenges. As of December 2021, you know, if we listen to people like Odious Odie, we're never going to be able to stand up for ourselves because, as I continue to point out, not only is he gaslighting you, but he's doing a horrible job of it. However, most people believe BS like Odious Odie spouts because these people, like Odious Odie, they are protecting jobs. They are not protecting people. These jobs are old, as we can see from 1996, etc., etc. So, when the FCC in 2012 says, yeah, let's go, body area networks, and we have molecular communication going on since 2014, and we know that a transmission medium is a physical substance that allows signals to travel from one point to another, and we see the industrial, scientific, and medical and ultra-wide bands with HBC, human body communication, in the far left. And then the standard defines 3 physical layers in computer networking which is selected depending on the app requirements. And your PPDU expert. Another reason I really don't like this, folks that are hearing me, is because this is so embarrassing to the industry that you're still doing this and allowing it to go on. I begged DISA for 2 years now, would you please just talk about the pans and the bans? We need someone to stand up and stop this so that we can communicate like legitimate people with legitimate terminology. One of the most common papers on our channel is the fact that they're using your central nervous system as their personal broadband backbone for the Internet of Medical Things. That's all your wearables, bioelectronics, patches, ingestibles, the whole nine. And the reason that people can't understand, and they're still spinning in endless circles of religion and fear and dogma, is people like Odious Odie. If he worked even one of those jobs he claims, there ain't no way he hasn't seen any of this. Not a chance. So, the Internet of Medical Things paradigm will enable next generation healthcare by enhancing human abilities, supporting continuous body monitoring, and restoring lost physiological functions due to serious impairments. Now, how is that possible? How are they enhancing you? This is, I'm coming to the end now of making this an educational experience, and I hope you can pay attention. I really do. Because this is so dangerous, and yet nobody is being honest or true, except very, very integritous few. I strongly suggest Chris at the 6x7 podcast, Non-Vaxxer 420, Corinne Nokel on the X, because you need people that are going to be honest with you, and all of those people believe you are smart enough if we could get the odious Odies out of the way. I don't care why they're lying to you. That is not my business. My business has to do with these digital twins that have been in use by our Pentagon with proper modeling software for 50 years. Now, if that means that at some level, tax dollars are paying for this like they pay the NSA employees, digital twin simulation simmering for half a century, that's 50 years. And a digital twin is a virtual representation, a true to reality simulation of physics and materials. This is all, bioelectromagnetics is part of biophysics. So, they know what they're doing for the smart grid. They know what they're doing with near field electrostatic coupling. Because if I click on it, I got phase array, I've got the human body itself, beam steering, intelligent reflective surfaces, all sorts of stuff, okay? And now I hope you understand how old this is and why they don't want you to know. Because the radio frequency engineers have been getting away with this since the 90s with that 4 centimeters. That is part of why they went to human body electroquasi-static. Because, see, an odious Odie could come up on you with an antenna, and the old Bluetooth way of doing it had this huge 5 to 10 meter bubble, okay? But with the new interbody coupling, it's a failed attack because we're going through the body only and shutting you out. How are we doing that? We're using your body's own tissues and fluids, remember? You are the transmission medium. Excuse me.